scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it.
Green. What up? What up? What is good, everybody? Let me get closer to the mic. What's good? How's everybody doing, man? I know early birds are up in this bitch. Been seeing everyone chiming in right now. It's your boy MJ, man. Welcome to another episode of Trap Talk with MJ. I'm excited to be here. I hope everyone else is excited. Before we get started, man, please do your boy. It's fucking solid, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button, because you are tuned in to the coolest fucking reptile podcast in the world.
Shit, not just the city, the world.
The world. I'm telling you right now, this is it. You're tuned in. You're fucking, there's nowhere else that you got to be right now than tonight, Thursday night. Trap Talk with your boy. But yeah, man, you guys already know what the business is with tonight, man. So, damn, what's going on with this? There we go. Before we get started, man, you guys know what the business is. www.coldbloodedcafe.com. Freshest and the best is delivered to your doorstep. Anywhere from the day one pinkies all the way to the mammoth rats. I'm telling you right now, this is the real deal when it comes to feeding your snakes. You don't want to go anywhere else. When it comes to hatching your snakes, they should be inside of a sim box, man. 100% put those bad boys in a sim box. That's www.simcontainer.com. Proven to have legit ass results when they're out of a sim box. Plain and simple, man. And shout out to Aussie Boys LLC, man. Hella fucking excited to have this guy as a sponsor. You guys already know what the deal is. Fucking the Orange Dream God. Go check out my boy Aussie Boys. And then obviously Freedom Breeder, man. Shout out to Jesse and the Freedom Breeder crew for sponsoring the trap. We appreciate you, man. The fucking sickest racks in the game. You cannot go wrong with the Freedom Breeder rack. Stainless steel never loses their value. And we got a new sponsor alert. Oh shit, what's going on? Yeah, man, we got the Trap acquired a new sponsor, man. This sponsor is Focus 3 Enclosures, man. So modern reptile housing solutions. They're basically sick-ass, revolutionary fucking enclosures that are so sick. I can't even explain it to you guys. I mean, I'm going to explain it to you guys, but make sure you go give them a follow, okay? Check them out on Instagram. Focus Cube Habitats. Ashley and Stefan is the owner's name. Really nice people. This is the enclosure that I actually ordered. So I actually ordered one too. So I'm, not just talking about it. I'm actually going to be living it. These are actually on their way in. Now, the reason why I know these are so legit is because Bill Stiegel actually did a video on one. Bill actually has one in his collection. A couple other people. I have actually a local friend of mine who has one, my homie Juan. So he fucking loves it. And I can't wait to get one. I have a emerald tree female who basically is ready to breed. I don't know yet, but I'm not too excited about what she's currently in right now. So if I put her in here and I know she gets settled in for a minute, I'm pretty solid about pairing her up. So either way, the truth. Make sure you guys check them out because I'm telling you, man, I have a good feeling about this. So check them out. Focus 3. They're the shit. Appreciate you guys for sponsoring the channel. And what up with the early birds, man? There's a shit ton of you. Now I got to let's see how far I can scroll up real quick. I know my boy, Mike 1776 was the first one in the building. Shout out to me, Mike, for being here, man. So Vivid Scales, another homie. What's up, Vivid Scales? And we got Mike 1776. And then Jerica, what up? Jerica's up in the building. We got Railway City Reptiles. What up? The homie Aaron Beoga, man. What's up, Beoga, man? And then we got the homie Brock Destructor. I don't know if I can say homie Paco. What's up, Paco? That's the homie Paco. What's up, Pac? And then you have the D's Balls, the homie Dylan over at D's Balls. You have Wiz Constrictors. I'm telling you, man, I got some homies up in the building right now. I love it. I got to fix this mic. So I got a new mic stand and stuff like that. I'm just trying to get used to it. Okay. And I'm high. Let me see, make sure something real quick. Hold on. Hello, can you hear me? All right. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, perfect. I knew something was wrong. Anyways, Paco, what's up, Paco? Abe's Exotics, what's up, Abe? Chad 2, the homie Chad 2 up in the building. Novies, what's up, Novies? Hey, what's up, Novi? You gonna explain about your name? I noticed a name. Are you good right there? Okay, I think, it's a snake. Novi got a new name. What's up? Bird Brains Reptiles. I like that. Bird Brains Reptiles. That's what's up. I got the homie High Desert up in the building. What's up, bro? This guy has heat. I like this guy right here. I got the homegirl Lily. What's up, Lily? J Baby Reptiles, man. We got a bunch of homies in the building, man. It's gonna be an exciting night. Okay. The reason why I'm so pumped up about tonight because the guy I have on is a homie of mine, but not only that, we have so much in common. Like every time I link up with him at a show, I mean, I could just literally just kick it with him the entire time, and I know it's not going to be like a whack time because we just, I don't know. I always hit it off with this dude. Definitely is a sneaker right now. I said sneaker, not a sleeper. He's a sneaker. What I mean by that is this motherfucker has a bunch of sick projects going on his end. Isn't really on the mainstream tip yet. You know what I mean? He's I don't know how long he's been in it. I'll kind of get more details about that. I'm sure he told me, but I'm a pilot, so I forget about those kind of things. But man, he's coming from the NorCal, man. He's literally has the Furly Ghost inside him, and he's my good homie Nick over at Renowned Reptiles. What's up, Nicholas?
What's going down, my guy?
Oh,
hey,
man.
Can we go back really quick? I was juiced off that intro. That has got to be the best intro, not just in the reptile game. This man just killed. I was getting it with you,
bro. I already told myself when I bring Nick on here, I need to drop a Furly Ghost beat. Could you, dude? I had the mic on a fucked up setting. Could you still hear it?
Oh, it was great.
Okay,
cool. Everything was perfect.
Anyways, I listen. I don't care about ads. Meaning, I can't monetize this. So
right.
Because it's worth it. What I just did right now.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was for you, bro.
Can we do it again, like midway as an intermission, just to get back?
We can do an outro. I'll pick a sick outro song. You know what I mean? What's up, Nick? How you doing, bro?
Good, man. How are you?
Oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm doing good though. Thank you for asking. But I'm excited to be here. This is definitely overdue, but I'm glad it's happening now. Yeah. I was just talking about how I fucking, we know each other through meeting at shows and whatnot, and it's always a good time with you and I. I don't feel like I'm too knowledgeable of the background with your reptile game. So other than you being a friend, I do have interest of wanting to know more about you for sure. Yeah. So that's why you're on here, man.
Fantastic.
Yeah, for reals. Fantastic. Brilliant. So, all right, man. So you're from the NorCal, man. You're born and raised, right? I remember that much. You're born and raised up there, fucking.
Sacramento, yep.
Yeah, you've come. I know we've shared past experiences, which we also kind of gain a lot of, we related to that a lot in a lot of ways, right? Fucking. Yeah. We didn't, we weren't raised with silver spoons in our hands, basically.
Right.
I was different. But anyways, I want to know exactly what got you into the snakes, man. Let's kind of start from the beginning. How did this lead into what it is today? And we'll take it from there.
Yeah, so I've always been into reptiles. I never really, watched cartoons or anything. I always watched Animal Planet. Steve Irwin was my hero growing up. I watched that on repeat over and over, so I was typically just climbing trees and trying to catch things all the time and getting in trouble for my mom finding stuff in my pockets and coming to our family fish tank with giant tadpoles in it. And,
right.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of us can relate to a similar childhood like that. So my mom actually got me my first ball python when I was 10 years old. He was already 6 from the first owner. Okay. And I still have him. He's 28. So I still have my first pet, which was just a normal male ball python. It's Monty. He's the OG, original gangster. It says it right on his name tag.
Monty's super OG.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, that got me into reptiles. And, I as far as breeding goes, I more or less started off, with leopard geckos and then kind of did some tortoises and did chameleons and, crested geckos and that sort of thing. And then went to a pet shop one day after work and I saw something labeled as a ball python, but it wasn't something I'd ever seen before. It was a bumblebee. Wow. And I had never seen anything like that. And I said, what is that? And he says, a ball python. I go, no, that's not what they look like. I've had them since I was a little kid. I know what they look like. And he goes, no, they have like mutations and stuff and they change and there's other stuff out there. And I just got really fascinated by that and dove into the genetics and bought myself a bumblebee and took off from there.
What is it about the bumblebee? The bumblebee, I don't know if I'm pretty sure it was a bumblebee, not a killer bee. Yeah, it was a bumblebee, but Jesus Christ, that was literally probably more impactful than a banana because I thought banana was like losing my shit.
Right.
I'm talking about giddy feelings. What sucks is like, I don't know what it is, dude. When I see a new morph, and I'm talking about like something from like Justin, even the shit that you make and all these people that make amazing shit, I have yet to get that first high I've ever got when I looked at a bumblebee. I don't know what it is. That first initial, like, I don't know what it was, man, but like that was I acted like it was literally like being a kid again. That's how excited. And I'm not trying to say I don't get that excited, but I just can't really recall ever being that excited ever when I bought my first bumblebee.
Yeah, when you put it in perspective, if all you're used to seeing is normal ball pythons that are, brown and black, and then the next thing you see is a bumblebee, which is a beautiful animal and looks completely different, and it's the same species. So, just being relative to how much we know about genetics and mutations now, that was a big deal. So
it was, and the thing is, there's still big deals happening. I'm just like, it's hard. I'm just not surprised anymore. And like, yeah, it's like, dude, I've already been thrown back by the craziest shit that people are making. And I understand it's not going to stop. Like it's still gonna, I'm just like, dude, I know this is a world of just crazy mutation shit, but right. I think seeing the bumblebee is the first time I ever knew there was a mutation. I think that was like, that's what hit me. Like there's a whole world out there. Like this is nuts. And and to this day, I say this is the best hobby I've ever encountered ever in my entire life. I fucking love this shit. I wouldn't trade this for anything in the world.
No, the people are great, and that's one of my favorite parts is I have great friends out of this. So
for real, huge part.
If you want to get excited, you should hatch out more blackhead stuff, man. I'm always surprised every time. I'm like, oh,
all right, we'll talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. I wanted to wait a little bit to get into the blackhead stuff, but we'll talk about it.
All right. Sorry.
So the blackhead shit, man. This guy. Okay, so I people ask me, well, what is it that you work with? And like, my first thing that come to my mind is GHI. I love GHI because I have so many plans with GHI. I feel like blackhead's that's kind of like what that is for you because what you're making with it, and it's fucking amazing. Like it's just powerful shit. So let's talk a little bit about the blackhead. Okay, so obviously, you're okay. Hold on, we're getting ahead of ourselves here, Nick.
All right, sit back, just fall back. Put a song on or something.
Fall back. Okay, hold on, because before I get into like that morph and shit, I want to kind of build up more to how you even got into breeding, like the resources around you and the influences and whatnot, right? So Okay, so when did you start going to shows?
From the pet store is when I started looking at mutations, which is then how I found Craigslist, and that saw other people selling.
What year was the pet store?
Like 2010, maybe.
Okay, so 2010, and this is just you nerding out at the pet store. You're going, walking, nerding out, and then at the pet store, you discovered what?
That there are mutations, that different species of reptiles had mutations, and you could breed and do different combinations to make them look different. And that totally blew my mind. And just like that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Now, give us a mutation example. Like, give us something that like, for instance, I said the bumblebee for me, right?
That's what it was.
Oh, was the bumblebee?
I saw that, bought one, bred it. Then I bought a mystic, I think was the next thing that I bought. Male mystic, and then just slowly started buying too many males and did that thing like everybody else, you know. Had like a 1 to 6 going.
Who are you buying snakes from in the beginning? Like
Craigslist.
Yeah, dude.
Craigslist.
Me too.
And
Crazy.
then,
I feel like I got so lucky on Craigslist.
Yeah, I got lucky buying a lot of males, but yeah. Yeah, so then I found a pastel female. I think she was like $200 on Craigslist. And I messaged this guy, and I met him at an In-N-Out in Davis, which is like the halfway point between us. His name is Jason Amos. He's up here between Sacramento and the Bay in Fairfield. Does a lot of great things.
Does he have a relative named John Amos by chance?
What? Do what?
Relative named John Amos? Does he have a relative by the name of John Amos?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Just continue, Nick.
So yeah, Jason ends up becoming my mentor, and I ended up going to the Sacramento Reptile Show because he was vending, and then I ended up finding out about other local shows. He's the one that talked me into going to my first Tinley, and since I went to that first Tinley with him, I haven't missed one since. That's not true. I've gone at least once a year.
Who's Jason?
This is the guy that I met through Craigslist, but he's a pretty prolific breeder. He was just on Dave Kaufman's YouTube. He got interviewed about doing the stranger stuff. He always is like has the new gene or the new cool thing that's out. He works a lot in multiple recessive animals.
What?
I got my scales.
What's the name of his company, or like what's
Jason Amos Reptiles?
Jason Amos Reptiles. Wow, what am I?
Bro, come up here. We'll do a little tour. There's some other cool stuff. We'll go to GX3.
It never surprises me because, like, you know, I mean, I know I haven't been in the hobby for too long, but I feel like I know, like, you know, majority of like legit people, but I don't. There's just so many people in this game. It's ridiculous.
No, he was one of the first people in Banana. He was one of the first people in GHI. I bought
that kind of shit.
He was one of the first people. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. You're gonna have to put me on game with him for sure. I'm down.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So he was kind of like your road dog. I mean, you took, you know, he took you under his wing, kind of in a way, right? Kind of guided you.
Learned the bones of breeding, you know, and taught me a lot of the do's and don'ts, so I didn't have to learn them the hard way. You know, as far as making sure you have good equipment. There's no point in buying expensive snakes and having a cheap thermostat. You know, so you gotta be realistic about things and how you look at it, and calm down on the purchase of the males, get your females, you know, and then get a powerhouse male and throw it to all those females, you know, that kind of philosophy. So,
yeah. I mean, luckily for me, there's a lot of things I had to learn like the hard way, but one of the things that I kind of was like, it's just like a light bulb was in my head. It was like, all right, I need females. Like, I'd rather have a good amount of females and then maybe have 1 or 2 males.
Yeah.
Only because, you know, obviously the male is a huge part, but like, fuck, dude, females is what takes longer, right? So there's really no rush. If, you know, people trip out if they don't get another like male as soon as they get the female. When I'm like, dude, wait 2 years or wait, just chill. You know, like there's no. And then not only that, if you wait, there could be something else that you could be like, fuck, I'd rather get this instead, you know. But you're like, I already dropped bills on this, like. That's
the main thing. Price could change in a year. And now the project that you dropped into is irrelevant because one more gene would have made it something completely awesome, more incredible. And you missed out because now you're just feeding that male for an extra year. You gotta, if you really want to approach this and make it, fiscally responsible, you got to look at stuff like that. Am I just going to be shelving this male and holding on to him and feeding him for no breeding, or what's going on?
Yeah. So yeah, that was just something that it was like kind of just always in the back of my mind, and
well, that's good.
But like I've made plenty of other mistakes, like tons of mistakes. That I mean, let's be honest. I mean, even with that mentorship that you had, you still fucked up, huh?
Oh yeah. I built my own incubator, but didn't put any fans and used small containers. There wasn't enough air between the top. I used vermiculite that wasn't organic, and for an entire season, killed all my clutches.
Whoa! What? It has to be organic.
The vermiculite had like additives in it, and the eggs were absorbing those chemicals, and it would kill the babies.
What? I better make sure. I just got some fucking vermiculite from like Home Depot.
I get that's the good one. It starts with the Vigoro.
Yeah,
that's
organic. That's good shit.
Yep, that's what I use.
Damn.
Yep.
I was about to say.
There you go. You missed the hard lesson. Didn't even know it.
Another hard lesson. Yeah, but fucking that's why I'm like, that's the opposite with the chondros. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh yeah, you're dealing with a lot of crazy species.
Yeah, with hatching them, I'll tell you that it's fucking like I said, I'm 2 for 28. That's not really. I'm not really proud of that, but I'm proud of it. That makes sense. I don't know.
I couldn't hatch Womas. I had to sell off my pair.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, Womas ain't no walk in the park either. I mean, it's just like I don't know. It's really. If you really want to breed and have a peace of mind, go ball python. I'm telling you right now. I mean, not that nothing can't go wrong, but it's unlikely more than breeding fucking chondros or anything else from what I'm experienced. I mean,
less depressing.
Yeah, definitely less. But also, dude, it gives you a taste of reality as well. Like I could tell you right now, like when things die, if things die, it's fucking. I don't lose sleep over it. It's just keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a little soft ass when I was only keeping ball pythons. I couldn't imagine anything dying. Especially my little noodles, my little BP noodles. But yeah, man. Either way, I'm just saying that's why it's respect to people who do work with multiple species. And literally got that shit dialed down, because it takes years and years. And literally, like, if you're working with a certain species for years in, years out, you obviously it has to be something you got dialed in. It's not going to be something that it's a headache for that many. Like, why would you do that? Like, I've had species that I worked with that they were just making my days difficult. So I let go of them. You know what I mean? Not into the wild. Like, I got, sold them. So I'm sure people out there who do work with like more than 1 or 2, 3 species have put in the work to get dialed in with these fucking things, dude. Because it takes a lot of fucking time. Like you work with more than just ball pythons too, right? Yeah.
Actually, in this room is where most of those species are.
All right. So what's in that room?
So down in this cage right here, right? I don't know how to move my hand. Right there. Good Lord. That cage right there.
You're good. Yeah.
There's a lychee. It's a pure Nuana female that I got from GX3 Reptiles. And she lay eggs every year. There's no male. They're duds, but she's ready to go. Above her, and that's bioactive. The one above it is a bioactive that I'm building for a gargoyle gecko that I got in a benefit auction for forest.
Nice.
And I named it Sequoia. It's a female gargoyle gecko. It's like a bacon line, I guess. So she's going to go in there.
What does that mean, bacon line?
It looks like she's got a strip of bacon on her back. It's like I don't know if it's polygenic or, line bred or what the deal is. But then I have 2 northern blue-tongued skinks in these 2 right here. I don't know their sexes, so I'm going to pair them and find out.
Hell yeah.
And then I just picked up a tricolor hognose. Is over here too.
That's a hognose, a snake.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Anything's ugly, bro.
All right, I guess not.
That's definitely like top fucking 3 ugliest snake to ever. Okay, maybe top 5, but
a tricolor.
I don't know what's a tricolor mean. I mean, I've seen the one that Joel has. That's like black.
Yeah,
almost looks like a coral snake. That's pretty cool.
That's what it is. That's a tricolor.
Oh, okay. That's sick. You got to. That's literally the only hognose I've seen. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Really?
Just fucking ugly. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I could just be hating. Sorry, and I got a lot of homies that work with them too. So if anyone's out there thinking like, oh, fucking MJ's this passion,
I tried to breed those, and they would eat their clutches when I traveled, so it didn't work out.
What, the hognoses?
Yeah, the females would eat their own clutches. So when I travel for work, that just doesn't work.
They have eggs, or they have live clutches, or live
eggs.
Clutches? Okay, cool.
Eggs.
Cool. Sick, man. All right, so let's get back on the topic of you getting into the breeding game. Your first show was when?
That I did?
No, okay, yeah. So his name's Jason, right? His name's Jason. Okay, so Jason mentored you about, then years down into what year was it when you went to your first show? Like, or how about this? When did you brand your company? When did it become Renowned Reptiles?
So it was originally Cali Grown Reptiles.
Cali Grown.
Yes.
A harder name, but fuck, that's a hard name. Just saying.
It is. But for business reasons, I switched over to Renowned Reptiles. Shoot, I don't even know. It would be a guess, maybe.
So just so you didn't sound more like a weed company, that's why?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Sorry. It's all right.
I still love you. But all right. So, okay. And then I'm sorry, what year did it become Renowned Reptiles?
I'd say 4 or 5 years ago. Which
is kind of when we met. We went 20. We met Pomona. Pomona was the first show we've ever met at, right?
Yeah.
I think that was 2018. So you been Renowned Reptiles. You had Instagram then, right? You opened up your Instagram account, or when did you start having Instagram and stuff like that?
Yeah, about that. So probably 2 years prior to that. So I'd say 2016. 2015 is when I really started branding myself. I only had the Cali Grown thing for like a year and a half, and then I just changed the name on that Instagram over to Renowned. Now,
Nick, I mean, I could tell you the reason why me and Nick became, homies so soon after meeting each other, because we're all friends. Like, there's if you go to these shows, for the most part, everyone's all homies with each other. There's like, there's a crowd of everyone, and everyone's the same face. Nick was one of them. So, but when did you start marketing with people like Miguel, Joel, Adam, for instance, like my first time ever was when I met you. That was my first time meeting anybody, was that Pomona show.
Right.
So what was that moment for
mine
you?
Was at a Tinley, and this random dude that nobody really knew named Miguel and I were talking.
Nobody knew.
So he and I are chatting. He's like, "What are you doing tonight?" And I said, "I'm going to dinner with Freedom Breeder. I'm here with them."
Nice.
And he said, "Cool." I said, "Do you want to go?" And so he's like, "Yeah." So we went to a really nice steakhouse. It was like 20 guys, like some of the OGs. The Freedom Breeder hangs out with, Lindy hangs out with, like Bassett, and I think Cusco was there, and Garrett was there, and so a bunch of people. And Miguel ended up buying everyone's dinner. Nobody knew who he was, right? And then he got us a limo out of there to go have some more fun that night. And that's how I met.
I'm just kidding.
And this is like, he didn't even have like 1,000 followers on Instagram probably at this point.
Well, he had like fucking 5,000 after that night.
Oh, yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Oh, absolutely. So that's how I met Miguel. Then he came to the Sacramento show and met me down there. And we went out to dinner and stuff, hung out. And Catalia, I think is how you say it. She does geckos and stuff in YouTube. She was with him. And then a month later, he hit me up. Was like, "Are you coming to Tinley?" And I said, "No, And he's like, "No, yeah, you're coming this year." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I got a house. We're all going to stay there." And I was like last minute, bought my plane ticket, went. There was already a house. And so I ended up staying in a house with Miguel, Joel, Adam, myself, and I think that's it.
Wait, that wasn't that Joel's house?
It's just an Airbnb that they get over and over again.
Okay, because I thought it was something. Oh, okay, for some reason I thought it was like Joel's relative's house.
No, it's like 3 stories with how big the basement is. It's
sick.
like an old mansion, basically. So that's how I met Joel. That's how I met Adam.
Wow.
And I think Jesse was the other one that stayed in the house. So Jesse and I were right next to each other, and Joel was upstairs, and everyone else was in other rooms. Wow. And Eric was there. Yeah. So Miguel brought his whole family. So that's when like social media and YouTube and, you know, and all that stuff started coming to the surface. And that's when I kind of started focusing on, and I can't say I do a great job of that right now, but I started making more of an effort to, you know, post some YouTube videos and put some stuff up on Instagram and fit it all in.
Yeah, well, day by day on that. Hold on, I gotta turn my fan on.
No, you're good.
Shit with that YouTube shit. So, like, okay, you obviously have a fucking life with work and shit, right? And you have to be so consistent to where no matter what's going on in your life, you can't miss a beat with YouTube at all. No. You miss one little beat and everything gets all fucked up. It's crazy.
And I miss beats. So
yeah, people do. A lot of people do. You know,
I have like 1,400 subscribers and I'm not monetized because I'm just not consistent in posting, you know.
Well, I mean, luckily for you, you don't use YouTube to pay your bills, so
yeah, it's true.
And I feel like, you know, I don't know. I feel like if you are doing YouTube and it's not for money, then you definitely have a far chance of doing something with it, you know. But if you're doing it for the money, then I don't know. You just got to be a really lucky guy or a lucky person to really, especially nowadays, because how hard is it now with YouTube in general? Like, let's just say you wake up tomorrow morning and you start a YouTube account. I don't care how sick your content is. It's really like, I mean, you could probably pick up momentum at some point, but like there's like a barrier you hit or some sort of wall until you do some viral type shit or pay for some sort of collab, which isn't cheap. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But
yeah, it's not easy. I enjoy putting it out. It's like free advertisement, I guess, for my business. Something is better than nothing. Something is better than nothing.
Yeah, it's a platform. It works great. Like I've always laughed because, you know, the original podcast with Unfiltered that started with Forrest, you know, he was like, you know, why do we have to use YouTube? And I'm like, well, because he just wanted it to be on podcasts like blog radio and like Spotify.
Right.
He wanted to be strictly audio. And I was like, no, we need YouTube. Like this would be great because some people like a live show. You know what I mean?
I love the live chat.
But Forrest hated it, right? Forrest fucking he despised like having to just be live, I guess, whatever. But as we started doing it, going along, like, you know, he still complained, but it was great. You know what I mean? Like I said, shout out to everyone in the comments. Shout out to everyone who we had like fucking, I think like 48 commenters. I'm talking about not comments, different people commenting before we even went live. It was cracking.
All the OGs in right now.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So my intro last week crashed. Like, for instance, my Final Cut Pro. Long story short, I had a hacked version and yeah, I could stop working. So
that's not like cheap thermostat. That goes back to the cheap thermostat.
Because I'm bougie ghetto in some ways. You know what I mean? And like, honestly, Final Cut Pro was a program to where I was like, I don't know if it's going to be something I like learn and I get down, I'm all excited. So why the fuck am I going to pay these fools $300? Right.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of that kind of mentality, but so I'm a fucking, you know, I'm not going to say I'm a fucking hacker or anything, but I know how to get programs if I need to get programs. You know what I mean? So I got I got Final Cut Pro. I got Final Cut Pro X almost a year ago. So I've been using it for a year, and then all of a sudden, like I was trying to make another intro, and it just started fucking crashing, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I call Apple Care because my laptop's, you know, pretty new, so I have Apple Care on it. So I was trying to have them assist me because I kept deleting the program and re-downloading it, and everything seemed fine. So I was concerned if it was a hard drive problem or something. I was like, why is it crashing? So the guy,
did you snitch on yourself?
Oh, dog. Oh my God. So, I'm such a retard. But this is I needed to know this also to hello. But anyway, so the guy's like, hey, I guess Apple, it's pretty technology is pretty sick with Apple. So they could just screen share your computer. Like if you give them approval, they'll tap into your screen. So he's like, all right, open up the program. He's like, okay, open up the software. I want to see what version you have. And I have like a 2-year-old version. And he's like, oh, simple solution. Just upgrade the program. I was like, all right. He's like, how do I do that? He's like, go to apps. And I go to apps and I pull it up and it shows that I never purchased it. And he's like, how do you have this? He's like, how do you? And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. See what had happened was
it
takes 24 hours
I'm getting red
from the checking to the savings. So that's why I was late.
Oh I don't even know what I said, but I said something like I said something that I kind of like, oh my God, it's so retarded. Anyways, so he's like, yeah, that's your problem. He's like, you need to upgrade the software. He's like, your computer, I guess my computer, there's too new of a software out for my computer to where it's not working with this old one. So, but
your computer needs to be ghetto rich too.
Yeah, bro. So literally, I just paid software for the very first time in anything, and listen, I'm not. Oh my God, it's so funny. I'm just used to being 21 with this shit, with the technology, and just boom, boom. I don't know. No excuses. Whatever. Listen,
I'm still cutting it up with iTunes, so don't worry. iMovie.
iTunes, dude. I have all my music on iTunes. I have over 13,000 songs on my iTunes that have transferred over from computer to computer. Knock on wood, nothing happens. I do have.
You made that intro, right?
Yeah, so I actually produced that. Yeah, so
that's amazing. That song goes, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks. There's actually a full song. It's actually a full song, a remix that I made, but it's from an original track that was a remix from an original track. So, yeah, man. I'm trying to see what I can do about making a 2021 one, but I don't know, man. It's just I just really love the intro, so I don't really know. I think I'm gonna hold on to it. Oh, but what I was getting at though, anyway, so when I was interrupted, like, why the fuck is this shit just crashing? Like, what's happening, right? So I ended up deleting the entire intro, like just wiped it out. And I'm like, I have to start over. And that wasn't the problem. So long story short, even though this has been a long story now, I bought the program, works perfectly. I redid the intro, and now that Will's here, it reminded me. There's new clips in the intro. Like
I saw a couple new ones.
Yeah, there's one of Will and Ozzy, which is fucking sick. So Will, you're in the intro, just so you know. Just gotta throw that out there.
Shout out to Willis.
Now Willis, right? God damn it! How cool is it to know somebody like Will, or even
he's awesome. He's a great guy.
Khalil's here. Where's Khalil? Look, Khalil. This guy has probably, if I don't have the best hair in the game, Khalil definitely has the best hair in the game. So it's either, and ain't nothing wrong with silver. I'll take the silver, but it's up. I think it's between me and Khalil when it comes
between his hair and his accent. I don't end up thinking I can end up listening to anything he says.
If you combine the two, I don't stand a chance. I'm out. So, but dude, okay, like for instance, that's what I'm talking about. And then obviously, dude, I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm talking about. Will, Khalil, just that group of people, right? So so Tinley, you met them, and then after that, you're like, I'm going to more shows. What was it? Then that was when you were going to the more California shows. Yeah. And what other shows have you been to? Have you been to any other shows besides Tinley and Pomona and Anaheim?
Pomona, Anaheim, Tinley, Arlington.
I got Arlington.
Yep. I've been to one in Colorado, in Denver. I go to a bunch in the Bay Area. I vend those. I've never vended anything out of Northern California.
Let's talk about Arlington.
Yeah, let's talk about Arlington.
Arlington was fun.
I needed that, man, so bad. Like, my year has been crazy. I sell and distribute medical supplies. Yeah. And so my job is to get face masks and gloves and isolation gowns to all these sick people, and it's been a year, man.
So, but hella feel the vibe on that, because I was going through some weird shit as well, and I fucking just needed a break from whatever the fuck I was going through. Whatever I was going through something, right? Needed a break from it, and went to Arlington, met fucking Steven, Desiree for once, and met a bunch of sick people, and then met up with Nick, and me and Nick just fucking tore shit up. we just did a lot of cool things together that we enjoy. And we went to barbecue. We went to fucking, we went to like some. Okay, so we went to Arlington, the show vibe, the hotel vibe, but then we went to like a town. Yeah. Like a fucking nobody was wearing masks. They didn't give a fuck. We're like a cowboy town. Remember the streets?
Cell phones didn't work. Cell phones stopped working the minute we stepped into town.
The streets were made out of brick,
cobblestone. Yeah.
Is that what that is? Cobblestone?
Yeah, it's the bumpy round. Yeah.
I thought I was in a fucking scene of Tombstone. I was stoked.
Yeah, we almost went herping, but everyone was wearing Yeezys.
Oh, that's so true, because we saw, what did we see? We saw
like 3 species of turtles in that creek, and a bunch of reptiles right there in Texas, right in town.
So everything was going great, and then Saturday night comes, the auction comes. Pretty mellow auction, right? It was mellow, right?
Yeah, it was planned to be mellow just because, they couldn't have too many people in there. That was the first auction I've been to where there was a police officer standing in the room.
People complain about the amount of money Miguel donated, and it's like, wow, does it have to be 30,000 every time? Like, fuck.
Right. There was nothing donated. Miguel goes ham when people go ham with their donations, and so it just wasn't there.
I didn't see not one pair of fluffy slippers anywhere.
No, nothing with, anyone without their shirt on. Or I bought the shirt with Miguel with the Michael Jordan crying faces. I gave one to Bob Vu, one to my son, and I have the other one.
I should have swooped that. I fucked up.
I'll steal it back from my son. You probably the same size.
Shout to the homie Jose Gallo. Sure, the homie Jose is the one that made that
shirt. Oh yeah, that's right. Jose made all those.
Yeah. Turned out to be a hit, Jose, because he made him. He's like, he wasn't too sure what people were going to think. I was like, bro, people are going to love these. Are you kidding me?
Phil Doss pulled me aside and asked if this was going to be a problem, if Miguel was going to get upset about it. And I was like, nah, man, you can absolutely auction these off.
Yeah. Miguel he's not going to get mad about that shit.
Yeah, I know.
I've tried purposely to piss off Miguel and it doesn't work.
He just laughs.
Yeah. Damn, I don't think I rolled this right. Anyway, so yeah, man, I just love the group of people we meet like this. If it wasn't for the hobby, there's no way we could meet the people that we have met, so far. Yeah. And more people are coming in, which is awesome. And it's like, it's just, I don't know. I think the people is a huge part of the hobby just as much as the animals. You know what I mean?
I didn't realize how much I relied on those interactions and hanging out with you guys and just getting to see all my buddies a couple times a year at reptile shows. I didn't realize how much, like, for my own mental well-being that I relied on those until I didn't have them, until I had to go to Arlington to, like, that set me right. I got right back on track at work and I'm finishing strong like that. I really did need that vacation.
Yeah, man. It's pretty eye-opening too, because, as much as shit 2020 is bringing most people, if not all people, but most people,
right,
this year, man, you're just like, no matter how hard you feel it is, you're just not alone. Like there was so many times where I just felt like, what the fuck, this and that, but like I've also talked to other people who are fucking battling shit, you know what I mean? And it's like, dude, like, if we can make it out of this year, dog, 2021 is a booming year, dude. It's going to be the best year. I'm telling you right now, 2021 is going to be the best year, even with our president, even with everything what's happening on, probably even more because of our president. Sorry to say,
it's not official yet.
I know it's not official. Fuck, dude. I just don't like. Come on, Trump. I'm sorry, man.
I'm just done with it. I need everything to be over. I need the drama to go away.
Your shit and leave, bro. I beg you. Like, I'm just like, but I know it's hard to, I don't know. It's a tough fucking, I don't know what to do, bro. I don't even give a fuck no more. How about that? I'm gonna fucking turn
over it. I'm over it.
Like, I'm in a good place in my life right now. And what's the shit that's causing me stress? Politics? Get the fuck out of here. I never even cared about politics my entire life. Why am I gonna care now? Fuck that shit. I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Right.
And my lane is not politics.
That's right.
My lane is reptiles, smoking. I didn't say what I was smoking.
You're proficient.
No, man, I seriously love this shit, man. I really do, man. And honestly, the podcast was one of the biggest blessings, just because, I mean, we can't go to shows. We don't have as much as one-on-one. And this is like my excuse to bring a homie on and have one-on-one interactions.
Right.
But the thing is, Nick, our one-on-one is exposed to everyone else who's watching. 82 people watching right now, man.
They get to have as much fun as we have.
Yeah. And that's an awesome thing is because anytime I do bring a guest on, it's just like we're hanging out. You know, it's nothing structured or anything like that. And that's how I want to keep it. That's how I love it. It's because it just stays real that way. So let's dip into the projects. Okay, I'm gonna talk about some snakes and whatnot because this is the stuff I feel like is Nick's really repping. Other than him being the true big dog, he is also the big dog with these projects.
Thank you.
Now the blackhead and whatnot, and I do got some photos. We'll go and start with one that I feel is really sexy. Let's talk about this one real quick, okay?
Yeah.
So what's that play right here?
I think that one was a super blackhead pastel, possible yellow belly. As soon as I shipped it to the gentleman who bought it, he was like, "This is for sure a yellow belly." I was like, it's hard to tell sometimes, and you got to sell it for what it is. But
Nick?
Yeah, that I got lucky and I hit 4 super blackheads in my first blackhead clutch.
I'm sorry, Nicholas, but if you can't see yellow belly in that, there's something going on with you, man.
It's not pushed up enough, I don't know. I doubt myself.
Yellow belly pops.
So I literally just hatched out a clutch, and it was an Enchi Desert Ghost to a Het Tri-Stripe. So pretty simple, right? Normals, Het for Desert Ghost, 50% Het Tri-Stripe, and Enchis with that same Het. I knew that Het Tri-Stripe kind of gave it a more black back. You can kind of tell sometimes. Yeah. I didn't realize that Enchi and that were going to fight each other. I can't ID any of these snakes in this clutch. I'm doubting yeah.
You'd rather undershoot than overshoot. I get it.
Yeah, I just don't want to be wrong. I don't want to get that email in a year and have some disappointed customer just like, man.
Dude, honestly, man, here's the deal.
I'd rather have it go the other way. We're like, dude.
I got you on that, man, but you're also selling what you believe. This is what you believe, right? And I had a good conversation with Joel about this because Joel, and it's funny because after we conversated about it, a year later, it proved out, right? But he had a pied and he felt so hard that it had gravel, but he didn't want to put that had gravel. So we conversated. I'm like, Joel, put that fucking thing has gravel. That thing has gravel. Are you kidding me? And he's like, yeah, I know, man. I kind of feel that too. And then sure enough, he hatches it and the fucking gravel pulls out. And I'll tell you this, man. I don't know how many times I've ID'd something. I've had someone come tell me, actually, I don't know, right? And that's fine, that's fair. But like, I'm at a place where if I'm labeling it something, I myself, even if I question it, have already gone to sources that made me feel like, okay, I'm gonna label this. You know what I mean?
You went through the ringer already, yeah.
I went through the ringer, and not only that, if I'm selling it, if I'm not selling it, I'm keeping it, I'll label it whatever the fuck I want to label it. And then the proof will be in the pudding. You know what I mean? The proof will be in the clutch. So that's why, bro, it's almost like anything that's gravel, but people are like, you can't label that gravel. Well, go fuck yourself. I'll keep it. Whatever.
Right.
Watch me keep it.
I did.
Watch me make
I did that this year.
Watch me make fat loot. Watch me make the highways with it. Watch me make all this sick shit with it, and then you can eat shit because you didn't want to, whatever.
Yep.
The way I look at it right now. So
I held back 3 of those. Like
people, your stuff, your animals, believe in it. If you ID it, don't be scared. Just fucking believe in it.
I overthink everything.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Overthinking's such a goddamn enemy in this. Overthinking. I mean, that's almost anybody's fucking like kryptonite. Overthinking, bro.
Yeah, it slows down progress.
I feel like the biggest thing people overthink is feeding. People are overfeeding. Really? People are overfeeding, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, and when I say overfeeding, I'm talking about breeder females. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I've literally had, I had a reality with this only because my mentality is if a female, especially a first-time female, the more she eats, the more the eggs, or bigger the eggs. And that's not typically the case, because if you keep a female fat throughout the whole year, all those fatty glands, all that shit has an effect on the clutch.
Yeah.
And you're not liable to get a healthy clutch like that.
Right.
Right. And this is just coming from sources that I obviously from people who've been doing it for years on years out. Right. And I probably had about 3 females I could have sworn we're going to lay this year, not lay. And these are females. They're fucking fat asses. I feed the living. I mean, the ball pythons. I just feed the living shit out of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I had two like that.
that's what I was just taught. You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of what I thought what you did with ball pythons. But no, you don't. Like you got to understand there's a time of year where there's no food at all where they're from.
Right.
You know, and then, you know, and then when, and that year is the dry year. Like when it's super hot outside, super dry, everything's scarce. It's not around. It's hiding.
Yeah.
And then when the rain comes,
oh yeah,
vegetation comes from the floor. What comes out?
Rodents.
There you go. And then that's when that shit's around. And that's when, you know, some people say slap them some, but you could increase their meals, basically, you know?
Yeah, they're seasonal, they're cyclical, you know.
Right.
If you actually can get better breeding results by doing that, by slimming the food out and then start to ramp up feeding. You know, if I have snakes that refuse to eat, because I feed live, I don't feed them again until they're like at the front of the tub ready to fly out to eat.
Right.
You know, you can scare them into a cycle of not eating. And so if they don't want food, let them chill for a while.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is about pythons, if they don't want food, they don't want food. They're fucking,
they're not gonna eat,
man. And that's and it's liable to happen at any moment. That's why I even feel that I feel like that 1,000-gram wall thing that females or females tend to hit, like where they get to just under 1,000 and they just shut off food. I think a lot of that's from overfeeding.
I had some females that do it about the same time, and they weren't big crazy eaters, and I feed once a week. I think they hit their first season and they slowed their feeding down and then wait to ramp up again, and that's what we're calling the wall. But I think that's part of development, and some girls blow right through it. And I have snakes that eat while they're in shed and other ones that won't eat a week before they go blue. They're individuals.
Yeah. They are individuals, and these ball pythons do vary in different fucking ways on how they do shit. Period.
Yeah.
What do you think about okay, so Dan, we had Dan on here last week, and he left ball pythons because how boring they were, right? He just says the fucking boring thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't get bored of my ball pythons. I always love looking at that.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, do you ever get bored of your ball pythons?
No, and I've had ball pythons since I was 10.
Yeah.
And I still have the same ball python. So, and he's just a normal male. I'll never get rid of him,
Monty
the triple OG. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, I just sit in there in open tubs all the time. I'm about to walk to go to bed, and then I stop, go in the snake room, and I end up sitting there for half an hour just opening tubs. I do it every day.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I enjoyed raising up my ball pythons, but like when these hatchlings come into play, oh man, I geek out because your creation's here. Now your creation's here.
Right.
Each shed is it's like Christmas each time. You're like, whoa, wow, what the fuck? Like,
yeah. I have a black-head Mojave yellow belly to a leopard het clown clutch that just hatched out, and they're in blue right now. I can't wait for them to shed and start taking some pictures. I have like 50, 60 snakes for sale right now. I'm so behind on Morph Market. I probably have 10 posted on Morph Market right now.
Damn, bro. So if you have 50 or 60 snakes for sale, where are they for sale at? In your head, or are they posted somewhere?
No, they're in the snake room. I just haven't posted them. They've all had 5 meals. They're all doing great. Some are big, getting big.
Okay, so I'm just saying they're not listed anywhere yet.
No.
Yeah.
No. Had a bunch of Cypress stuff and...
Bro, shit's been selling like hotcakes off Morph Market, man.
I know. I need to update bad.
People are buying like a motherfucker.
I have a bunch of blackhead stuff.
I've yet to have to go on Morph Market this year, which is crazy. Last year I used the shit. Yeah, this year I've I don't have a lot of clutches either. I've only had 13 clutches, but
yeah.
How many clutches?
That's awesome.
How many clutches do you have this year?
31 right now. I might get another one.
That's hot.
Yeah, I got 4 still cooking right now. I have potentially lace Batmans cooking right now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Lace Batmans.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
What was the pairing?
Lace het clown to leopard spot nose het clown.
Who's the lace from?
It's Joel and I have some lace stuff we got together. He has a hypo white lace that we went in together, and I have the lace het clown just because I have a lot of clown stuff. Like I think maybe too much of that is percentage wise to my collection, like a lot.
You have a lot of clown stuff.
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck? Hello.
Quietly.
I don't
and
have
all these females are up to size this year.
I don't have enough clown stuff. So
yeah. I'll definitely have some options in 2021.
So having too much of something means you want more of something else. Normally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I ignored Pied too long.
Pied. Okay.
Yeah. So
what Pied
works right now?
What Pied stuff do you currently keep, or what's in your projects with Pied in it right now?
Just I have a pastel Pied female. I have some het Pied stuff. This year I hatched out and held back female Pied het clowns, and then that picture I posted today in my last YouTube video is what I just picked up from JKR. I have it right here. It's the blackhead Mojave leopard Pied, possible yellow belly, possible mahogany.
You have it next to you?
Yeah.
Bust it out. Show and tell. 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 All right. Ooh, that thing's hot. Let me take myself off the screen.
Yeah, so the tail is completely different. I see it's a little bit, jagged, so potentially yellow bellies in there. Blackhead Pieds can have lighter, different coloring like that, but that head and eyes are jet black.
That thing is sick.
Yeah, excited for this one. He's feisty too.
Very player. So when did you inquire him?
Huh?
When did you swoop him up?
About a month ago.
Okay.
A month and a half, yeah.
Nice, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Got some other Pied females in a group I'm looking to pick up. So trying to make some moves. I have the special Pied possible mahogany male that's going to be breeding this year. So I'm going to throw that to like all the Enchi het Pieds and yellow belly, stuff. And
what's your plan with that male?
This one?
Yeah. What's your game plan with it?
Everything. I don't know. I want to get more pattern back into it. I like the mid to low whites as far as Pied go. I want more black. I want jet black, like saddles, just kind of like dripping all the way down that snake.
So you want to make a lower white snake of it, basically,
but the same colors
or black.
Yeah,
but more black on that snake, basically.
Yeah.
Now I've heard what makes a high white snake almost every single time is any Pied combo that has leopard in it. Is that true?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Why is that, you think?
I don't know. It's different things have weird interactions, Why does a blackhead and a spider look like a normal?
Blackhead and a spider. Does it?
Yeah.
A blackhead?
Yeah, and blackhead, I guess, is a lilac with spot nose and all those. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the next snake that I have.
All right.
Discuss, because this fucking thing is just, god damn it.
Yeah. So that went to one of your sponsors. That's the snake that went to Aussie.
This makes me feel funny inside.
Yeah. So that, I believe, was a super blackhead Mojave yellow belly.
Fuck, dude. I can't.
And these are all 50% head exanthic too.
I will let Ozzy have whatever the fuck he wants. Don't worry. Don't cry.
That was my holdback. The first one is the one he inquired, and then I sold him this one out of just respect. I just was humbled that he hit me up.
Damn, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's brazy.
Definitely an accomplishment for sure.
Yeah, I would love to sell a fucking snake to Aussie boys. You kidding me?
Right?
I don't even know if I could ever do that. I don't.
Maybe. I believe in you.
Thanks.
I believe you'll hatch out some GHI thing that'll blow everyone's mind.
Miguel has one of my snakes.
Does he?
Yeah, he didn't buy it.
I have some cool GHI stuff cooking right now that I'm really excited about.
Tell me.
It's a GHI het red exanthic to GHI het red exanthic. So super GHI red exanthics. I think it'll be a really dark granity snake, or it'll just have some crazy reaction.
That would be sick.
Yeah, so those are cooking. End of the year hatching.
One of my personal favorites, and it's the thumbnail, but this thing is just fucking Jesus Lord.
Yeah, from fresh out of the age right there. Yeah.
This a nice hand, by the way, but Jesus, that's a fucking awesome
Gotta
snake.
get rid of that.
Okay, where'd you go, Nick? Now Nick is gone.
Sorry.
There he is.
It said I had to go take the trash out.
Who said that?
My
Your
phone.
wife?
My
Oh.
phone. Alarm went off.
So, damn, your girl's already telling you she's hitting you up on the live like that?
No, she probably already took care of it. She's A1.
She is, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so this thing right here, let's talk about it. What was the pairing for this?
So this one was the blackhead Mojave yellow belly to gravel.
So this is a blackhead Mojave highway?
Yeah.
Damn, dog.
Yeah, and from that to the first shed, that change was amazing.
You did it.
That's the thumbnail for this this live or this podcast is after this shed, and after it got dark and just beautiful.
I bet if Ozzy asked for the snake, you'd sell it to him too, probably, because you said no to me.
No, I don't think I would. I still kick myself for selling him my holdback.
Wait, so okay, but did you kept that one, right?
This one, yeah, it's a girl.
Right, that's what I figured. So you're holding on.
And
to
I
that
held back all her clutch mates: a blackhead Mojave yellow belly or gravel, a blackhead yellow belly or gravel, and then a male blackhead Mojave yellow belly or gravel.
Oh, it's so powerful, bro.
Yeah,
you're setting yourself up so great for the future with that. You have no idea.
A lot of holdbacks this year.
You have an idea, but like, wow,
a lot of holdbacks this year. Just had some triple heads.
You're gonna be on fire. Okay, so yeah, because everything we're talking about for the most part is codon, right? So let's get into the het stuff, or let's get into the recessive stuff. Like this shit's pretty fucking hard. Like honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think the first post or two, I really wasn't thrown back. I was like, I don't know what pinstripe's doing to it. But then I saw this pic and I was like, whoop, okay, this is fucking.
I would say this is the best representation of what it looks like in person.
Yeah, this shit is sick. So what was the pairing for this, Nick?
So this was a GHI Mojave pinstripe het clown to a clown, but that GHI Mojave pinstripe het clown ended up being extreme gene. I didn't know it was possible extreme gene when I bought it. And then that breeder hit me up and said, hey, did that prove out? I saw you hatch some stuff out. So I hatched 3 of these out, and one of them was way brighter than the others. Miguel ended up with that snake, but that snake ended up being extreme gene GHI pinstripe clown.
Wow.
Yeah.
That thing's gorgeous. And I think this is a group photo of them. Yeah.
That was all 3. So that bottom one is the one with extreme gene.
The one that was in the previous pic.
No. The one of the previous pics is one of those top 2.
Got it. Okay. And you kept the other 2 and sold one to Miguel?
I sold 2, kept 1. They were all boys.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So
same with those 4 super blackheads, were all boys.
So what are these? Okay, so this one is extreme. What? Just give me the full.
So the top 2 are GHI pinstripe clown, and the bottom one is the one that Miguel got, and that is the GHI pinstripe extreme gene clown.
Jeez, that's a hitter, bro.
Yeah, really nice.
Miguel swooped. Hell is swooped.
I know.
And then what's this one right here? Oh, this is sick. This is just a variety of shit.
Yeah, just a fun picture. This is GHI. What do you got? The Mojave pinstripe het clown female up top. GHI clown underneath her. Nice. And then GHI black pastel het red exanthic in the middle. And then that's just a GHI pinstripe het clown male. And on the bottom, just I think a GHI Mojave female het clown.
Yeah.
These are all from that clutch.
Those are beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
What's the second one to the lowest again? In the corner?
GHI clown. Oh, second to the lowest?
On the lowest, yeah, lower corner.
Like next to the left?
Yeah, to the left.
That's the GHI pinstripe het clown male. I still have him for sale.
Oh, you have them for sale?
I'll just ship them to you, bro. You want that snake?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's yours. That's yours.
Yes.
I'm sending it to you.
I'm gonna make you so proud.
It's cool. I'm happy that just happened, actually.
I'm dead ass serious. I'm about to make you so proud with that fucking thing.
Ship it.
And it obviously looks like it has such a crazy influence of something.
I think it might have extreme gene. Boom.
Let's go. That's how you market and make partnerships.
Oh yeah.
Right there on the line.
Ship it. He's probably like 300, 400 grams. So
give it here. 2021. Watch what happens.
Yeah. Watch what I'm about to do.
Watch what I'm about to do, man. I'm excited, Nick. Oh man. Because Nick, I can tell you right now, it was super eye-opening. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say last year was your big year for what I've seen. I mean, that last year.
This year, yeah.
And you had a late ass year. I remember you had a late year last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess you would consider it late 2019, early 2020 is when I was really hitting. I think I'll finish strong here. I got some cool stuff cooking.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Okay, so at what point in this year, let's say, okay, at what point of 2019, how many clutches did you have for that whole year for 2019? At that point,
23
clutches.
Mm-hmm.
And then at what point did you get? Because I felt like you kept hatching clutches through and through.
Yeah, my incubator doesn't turn off. I have girls that just go at different times, and they always go within like 30 days of their last lay date.
30 days. That's what I'm starting to discover. But a little bit more weird with a couple other ones. I had a couple females who laid 6 months from their lay date last year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I have my third that's doing it. So I have my third. Okay, so I have the third snake that laid. Okay, let's slow down. So this snake, this pewter het clown that's about to lay, which is going to be in December. Yeah. She laid in September of last year. Well, that's only 2 months. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm off. Anyways, it's just crazy how that shit could change. I don't think you should really pay attention to like seasons. You got to look at your snake. I think the snake is what kind of tells you what's happening with it. I think.
Yeah. But I use those dates as an indicator of when I need to start paying attention, like 2 months prior to that date, 3 months prior to that date, because I don't have an ultrasound machine. And so it's just another method that I use to help monitor where they're at.
Now, is not having an ultrasound choice, or is it just because you just haven't gotten around to get one yet?
Just haven't done it yet. Okay. I should. Just haven't done it. So I could better utilize my males with an ultrasound machine than I do right now, because sometimes the way I have to do it, I pair them at least 5 times with each female. They can get worn out and stop breeding, and then I have to throw a different male that wasn't the plan in there. So I think I could just get more out of each male using ultrasound strategically versus just throwing them around.
Yeah. I've just been kind of doing like a certain, like, I don't know. I just feel like the visual, I feel like if you pay attention to your animals, I mean, but then again, like, I don't have fucking so many, but I feel like if you get at that point, like, I don't know. I feel like if you knowing your animals enough just cuts the worry of needing an ultrasound, I think.
Yeah, and I definitely have a small, manageable collection. I probably have 175 animals right now.
Yeah, I keep saying that too, and I kind of almost want to stop myself because I'm not that big of a scale of a breeder, like, and there are people who have huge scale breeding projects and stuff like that.
If you're under 500, you get laughed out of the building in most of these guys' conversations.
Yeah. So I don't know. I definitely got to each their own and what the case by case and scenarios. But I will say there's motherfuckers who be buying ultrasounds with like 10 snakes. Like, yo, chill out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Those people have a brand before they have a snake. They have full branding ready to go.
Jesus Christ. I don't even want to get into that, but we'll get into it. Fuck it. So one thing that really bothers me, Nick, is people who are more noticeable about their do-it-yourself shit videos and their marketing videos versus like the stuff they're working with. Like, I feel like your projects and your involvement with the animals in the hobby should be the most outspoken thing than anything else.
Yeah, proof. Yeah, paper.
Or yeah, exactly. But I feel like there's so much other shit that people are easily drawn to make it seem like, there's
people that are good at putting videos together. They're good at editing. They're good at making a video out of nothing and making it this 12, 13-minute video that has all these bubbles pop up and cute emoji things over the animal while they're taking a video. You know, I just
Like,
not my cup of tea.
Like JP made a huge comeback after his fucking, his little run with like, him being a newbie and then telling people how they should breed, and he had never even had a clutch yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's not the only one who did shit like that. There's there's a tons of other people who are doing it, and it's like fucking, oh my god!
I watched Chris Hardwick kill an animal on YouTube.
Yeah, what the fuck was that all about? Like that,
the umbilical cord. This is how you do it. Didn't even tie it off. This thing bled out right there on camera, and he posted it.
That thing was literally bleeding out. And honestly, bro, like
that was an easy thing, easy tie off. Thing would have been fine.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking idiot.
And thousands and thousands of views within an hour of him posting a video. I can't get YouTube to not suggest his videos to me. I'm tired of it.
And what's crazy is you would think, okay, this shit is right in front of your face. You would think everyone's against this. But dude, if you go to this motherfucker's video and his comments, you got people defending him. Like you got people like kind of making excuses for it. And that's the problem, bro.
Yeah. Everybody knows everything about everyone.
That's the fucking problem, bro. Yeah. These people build these little cult followings that they're just so ride or die, and like I just fucking can't stand it. It makes me sick, and it's just like fuck, dude. Like it's kind of just like writing on the wall, but you don't want to bother reading it, but it's there. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, all I got to say is like the respect in anything is the experience, not how fast you're building a following. You know what I mean? Experience. Right. Best teacher. That's how if you're coming into any hobby, you should be learning from somebody who literally has the experience, not because they can build a quick following, or not because they're good at faking it. I don't know. A lot of people are good at faking this shit in this hobby, and it sucks. But that kind of goes for a lot of other hobbies too. So
every industry, there's bad people. Every industry, there's phony. Every industry, there's quiet people that move in silence but do real player-like things. And there's other people that are real loud and, show off what they're working on. So I feel like it's the same as anything else, and just surround yourself with like-minded people and have fun.
Yeah. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, what we do is for the animals.
Absolutely.
And for the children.
For the kids.
For the kids. Definitely. I feel like if my biggest thing is that your animal care, showing that you're taking the best fucking care for your animals possible, because
posting your test results,
dude. I'm telling you, you're posting your test results, right? But not only that, man. Like, there's a lot of people who are easily good at dissecting pictures, meaning you take a picture of something and they could find something bad. Like if there's just something like not right, like, what I mean? Like it's there. And I'm sure there's more than one person who can do that. And there's people who forget about shit like that. Presentation's everything. It's your image.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Joel loves picking apart my videos and sending me little snapshots of things I missed.
Respect. That's a homie right there. That's homie looking out.
I don't know how he catches them.
Yeah.
He's the only one that catches these things.
Yeah. Joel just probably has the eye for that shit. You know what I mean?
Because he's halfway to being a lawyer. That's why.
Yeah. You can't really get shit past that guy. Good luck.
No.
Joel's the homie, bro. I really love him.
He's a fantastic human.
We had a good session, you and I and him and whoever else was there. I know your lady was there, and who else was there? I don't know. And the security guard came. Remember, he kept getting on our bumper about being up there.
Yeah.
And making us try to
top. Yeah.
Being at the top. Yep. That was Anaheim, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Top of the parking garage.
Oh. That was crazy. That was a good time. I can't wait for more of those times, man. It's gonna happen soon. 2021, bro. Mark my words.
I hope so.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. So Nick, going into 2021, obviously you're looking to have a bigger season than this year, correct? Are we moving into the more is more range? Or are we looking at like, okay, I'm staying where I'm at?
No, there's some females that I dropped some money on that are up to size.
Nice. All right.
A lot of clown stuff is up to size. So I'll be able to really, keep pushing the envelope with what I got going. So excited for that.
You want to give us any sneak peeks, any kind of to throw out any projects real quick, or to give us a couple, let us know real quick what's coming.
Well, this year was a lot of holdback, so I made triple het hypo pied clown pieds, and then I'm gonna make blackhead combos that are double het for clown pied.
All right.
But I'll have a lot of clown pied stuff up to size, so I'm hoping to produce visual clown pieds in 21, which is a big deal for me. It's something I put out to do a while ago, and seeing it through. Obviously, to keep pushing my blackhead game further and further. The GHI pinstripe clown's going to be up to size. I want to push the special pie project, really, really blow out that pattern and, change those high white pieds to some lower whites and just keep working my recessives. Love clown. Want to keep adding, my dark busy into all of that. So.
Yeah, because the one thing that I'm not doing, and I'm fully taking notes off you, is don't just be so concerned about your Kodam army game. Make sure that recessive's on point.
Yeah, you got to have something.
When you interlock, when they interlock, you get shit like what you're producing.
Yeah.
So honestly, Nick, you're, not only myself, I'm sure a lot of other people have a lot to learn from you, but you're definitely being smart with your projects, bro.
Yeah, I've learned a lot of patience and how it paid off. And, I maybe wasn't as fruitful 2 years ago as some of my friends, but, now they're turning to me and asking for babies because of.
Yeah.
So
how hard is that?
I love it. It's fantastic.
That's evolving, my man.
Especially when you hit up these friends now and you're like, oh, what do you got? Okay, I'll take one of those. Oh, you want one of these? Okay. We'll just switch them. I'll ship you this, you ship me that, and we'll call it a day.
Bro, oh my God. Like I've been blessed with the I just been blessed with the customers I've had and stuff, because they're still customers. Like, they're all people I could talk to. I could reach out to and check up on the animals.
I love getting updates.
And it's awesome, dude. I just know that it's not forever. I know eventually, like I said, I've only had 13 clutches. I don't know if I'm going to be that lucky with 26 clutches or 30, you know what I mean? Because that's a lot of snakes, right?
Higher chance something goes wrong. I had some kinked clutches in the middle of the year. That was really hard. One of my clown pied, where it was going to be visual pieds had clown. It was all kinked up. It's really bad.
Oh, you had to deal with some kinks?
Yeah.
Did you put them down?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They pretty much, most of them died, crawled out of the egg and died.
Oh, they came out and
they were bad. Yeah.
Have you ever tried to wrap your mind about what could have caused that? Or
I know the incubator turned off for a little bit, but I've heard some, eggs going through it, nothing happened. A little tiny dip in temperature is not abnormal in the wild either, and I don't think that's really what caused it. I take note and record of these things, so maybe I don't put that mom and dad together anymore. I just don't repeat that pairing. Maybe it's the way they linked up or whatever. When all the other clutches in that same time period came out fine, and just that one's all out of whack. I'll never pair cinnamon and cinnamon together, or cinnamon and black pastel. Learn the hard way. Freaks of nature, Frankenstein snakes coming out of those eggs. I don't know why I had to see for myself. It was a terrible idea.
So what was that? Say that one more time.
I bred a banana inchy cinnamon to a black pastel to make, like, I wanted to make a purple snake, a super cinnamon or super, black pastel cinnamon banana. And they just came out with like cleft palates, kinked all the heck, just gnarly. I guess, dude, they were like white, grayish.
So you don't think that just could have been a freak fucking accident? You never try that again?
No, because it's known that combination has kink deformed animals.
What combination?
Every once in a while, like super black pastels, super cinnamons, or the combination thereof. And so I just thought, I'll patch out one or two cool ones that are healthy and it'll be cool. I didn't. And it was really hard to look at as an animal lover, as somebody who, like, I think the reason you and I like animals is because they're somewhat defenseless, and they, you gotta have somebody stick up for them in this world. So I felt bad that I caused that.
Whatever. Don't feel bad. You tried. It's not like fucking purposely you wanted to create fucking Frankenstein snakes.
But that information was out there, and I knew about it, and I chose to do it anyway. So that's why I felt bad.
Whatever.
Next.
I think you're good. But it's fucked up though, because it also shows too, like, you know, as much as you want to mix shit, it doesn't always work out that way. You know what I mean?
No.
That's what also tripped me out too, is because, you know, coming into the hobby and Craigslist, right? Like I was fucking, you know, obviously I was anything that wasn't a normal, I thought was a fucking gold mine to get.
Yeah.
And I saw that there was that desert morph.
Oh yeah. Or the tiger.
I never heard of the tiger. It's my first time.
I think a tiger was a combo of the desert.
Okay. But obviously the deserts, they can't lay.
Right.
There's an issue with that. And like nobody, that's a proven fact. Nobody could fucking breed a desert to this day. It's crazy.
Did you still get into that?
No, dude. After that, I was like, well, fuck desert ghosts. Fucking, I thought desert ghosts and desert were kind of the same thing. In a way.
A lot of people did.
So I kind of just like, I got into hypo and I thought, well, hypo's good, but no, dude. Desert ghost, bro. I need that DG. I'm trying to get a proper bag together, and I'm gonna send it to Will.
Yeah.
I want a Will package. I want a straight Royal Canadian fucking package with his invitation receipts and his fucking great just presentations. I tried to do that. I tried to have him shelf a bunch of snakes for me. And then I'd pay for him at the end of the year. It didn't work because he just holds everything back. He doesn't share. What do you mean? So you gave him money and he
no. He and I had an arrangement where he was going to shelf some stuff for me over the year, and at the end of the year, I was going to give him like, you know, $7 to 10 grand.
You should have just gave him the $7 to 10 grand first, so that way he's like, I'm a dick. Like I have to, and I have his money. Who's the fuck's gonna refund $7 to 10 grand? I know he's not.
No, but he just holds so much back. So now I know.
Money in his lap.
I gotta see it.
Put the money in his lap. I think I'm gonna do that too. I'm just gonna just fucking.
No, I would.
Do you have his PayPal? Do you have his email? Do you want to send it to me? You do. I know you do.
I think I do.
I think I do too. He bought a shirt, so never mind. Hey, yo, you just might see something land, Will. End of 2021, ship it. And I want that DP.
I'm trying to get some Wookiee stuff from him.
Wookiee, oh, dude, that's another. I need to write.
The Wookiee clown is cool. I'm trying to get a Wookiee head clown or something like that from him. He sent me a mail, but it had 2 genes that I didn't want in the mix, so I didn't pull the trigger. Which maybe I'll kick myself for it later, but you know.
The Wookiee, that's a codom, right?
Correct.
Now, can you make a soup?
I don't know if it's a codom yet. It's an incomplete dominant or it's a dominant. They don't know yet. Incomplete. I don't know if there's a super Wookiee. I may be wrong. Maybe there is, but
I would like to see that. I would like to get.
Yeah, it's a dark, kind of muddy, you know, warm, chocolatey colored snake, and the male he had sent me also had, I think, pastel and pinstripe in it, which were kind of moving away from busy and dark, which is what I like. So I didn't go for it.
I don't know what it was about you saying warmy and chocolate, but I have a crazy sweet tooth now. I'm pretty fucking high too, so it could be the multiple.
Dude, I was dipping Oreos in a thing of caramel the other day that was supposed to be dipping apples.
Nick,
it was so fire. It was so fire. I could feel the diabetes going down my body.
Oh my god, you need a chill, bro. Caramel, dude, that's nuts.
Watching the Raiders and eating weird snacks. That's it.
Got that W off Chargers, thank God. The fuck?
I was stressed.
How are you gonna barely pull that off? Like, are you for reals?
The Raiders, man.
Bro, Raiders Stadium is something out of this fucking world. Okay,
we gotta go.
Dog, we have to go, dude.
Let's get a Vegas trip. Let's all go to the Vegas Reptile show for whatever reason just party.
Let's get Ozzy, you, myself. I bet you my sister want to go. Let's get a Raider crew together and go to a Vegas.
Yeah.
It's hard to get tickets though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And nosebleeds are like $400.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I just want to be in that stadium. You could take my $400. I'll be in there one time and then I'll leave.
Yeah. We gotta take Jesse Garcia.
Jesse. I don't know how I feel about Jesse right now. He's been having like this attitude with me. You know what's crazy is like, have you ever sensed attitude through a text? Like you could be like, whoa, buddy.
The sass. Oh yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
I've gotten the sass from you before. I know what it is.
No, you have not. Have you? You probably have.
It was after surgery. You were not feeling great.
What year was this?
I think last year.
Was it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of versions of me, bro. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but
it's all right. I think I said something along the lines of, "How are you feeling? Are you okay?" And you said, "Keep it moving." And I was like, "What?" And you said, "You heard me." And I was like, all right, then I'm just gonna let that go. I'll catch back up with you later.
Why would I say that?
I don't know, but you then went to text me something and looked at the last thing you had sent me a couple months before that and sent me this not really like an apology, but like, dude, I had no idea that I even sent that to you. I don't know why I sent that to you. I'm so sorry.
I was in that. Was that like
I think you were like in recovery.
Oh my God. I must have been dreaming or something. That's weird, bro.
You were probably in pain and irritated.
Yeah, but why would I say that to someone who's just fucking just asking me to?
Didn't make sense to me either. That's why I just let it go.
I just remember I had it. The morphine was tough, bro. The morphine was tough. I remember there was like I was having the most craziest dreams. Sleeping was the best thing. When I was awake, I wasn't too great, but sleeping was amazing. But
I must have caught you when you were awake.
Or I was something. I don't fucking know. Anyways, that's crazy. It's nuts. I'm just laughing right now. So Nick, you got big plans for other breeding projects besides ball pythons ever? Like, because I kind of want to talk a little bit more about what else you keep other than the balls.
Yeah. I plan on breeding the northern blue tongue skinks.
Ooh, okay.
I like those. They have really cool personalities. That's why they're here in the office, because I can tap the glass and they'll come right out and get out on my hand, and they're cool. They're like little puppy dogs. My son breeds leopard geckos. He did a really good job this year. He's making
a little bit of side cash with that, right? Am I right?
Yeah. So when I do my wholesale orders to the local pet stores here, he does wholesale with his geckos.
And for a 14-year-old, he's 14, right?
Yeah, he'll be 15 on the 22nd, like 10 days.
A little bit of extra cash will help, like that's setting him up for success. He's a ball player too, right? He plays basketball.
Yeah, he's in the pre-tryouts right now for high school freshman.
Ooh, shit. So there's a freshman team, JV varsity, right?
Yes.
Or is it a freshman? Okay.
No, you're right.
He's trying out for freshman. He's trying out for freshman, or he's trying to make JV?
Freshman.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Rockland has a really good basketball program. It's really competitive. That's where we live. So
that's why I wanted to ask, because there's not every school has the best program to where your kid, if they need them, if a JV team needs a younger person, they'll fucking get that person or something.
Oh yeah. At one point, the coach had to step down, I think, because of illegal recruiting kids from Europe.
What?
Oh yeah, it's like that.
Kids in high school? That's a little much.
Yeah, I think they're D2 and they go to like state championships every year. And
like, what would be the point of that? Like, I mean, like, unless they're getting some sort of money if they graduate and go to a 4-year or something.
I think it's just more people pumping money into the basketball. If your athletic program does well, more money comes in.
And then they actually have a bunch of championships and whatnot.
Yeah, oh yeah. We were undefeated. He's playing potentially for my old coach.
Say that again.
Same high school, same coach from when I went to high school.
Wow, that's crazy. How involved were you in basketball? Did you take it pretty serious, or was it just Okay. Oh wow.
Until I got in trouble. Yeah, I stopped playing basketball and got in trouble. That was the worst decision I ever made, was to stop playing basketball.
Yeah, because you're definitely, you're not a small dude. You got height. You're like 6'4", 6'3".
I'm 6'4". My son's 6'2" right now, and he's 14. Yeah.
Your son definitely, he towers over me. I'm fucking 35. It's crazy. Well, I'm 6 foot, but Jesus, yeah, he's a big kid. He's not even done growing too, which is crazy.
No, not even close.
That's crazy. How about so kids his own age? About how big are they?
There's some kids way bigger than him, way more burly than him, and there's some other kids that I would say they maybe look like they're in 4th grade. It's just all over the spectrum.
Yeah, man, because that's nuts. Like, you kind of get a good idea on how big a kid's gonna be around 14, 15. Like,
Oh yeah,
you can see where they're like headed. You know what I mean?
right.
You think he's gonna pass
Exactly.
the height?
I hope so. I hope he gets a 6'6".
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Who's tall on your side of the family?
Everybody.
Really?
Yeah. My cousins are all 6'4", 6'5". I got uncles that are 6'6" in Indiana, and
Yeah. I got an uncle that's 6'4". My dad's 6'3". And then I fucking thank God I barely got to 6 foot, and my two sisters are 6 foot. So I'm like, all right, cool.
I think my mom's dad was like 6'5" or 6'6".
Yeah. I'm blessed with the height, at least. I mean,
yeah.
I would hate to have to fucking ask for help to get cereal off the top of a refrigerator or something.
Shout out to the short people.
Yeah, I love the short people, but I'm glad I could just reach.
They were way better at hide and seek than I was. Way more options.
Well, there's also the short, tubby ones.
I think I'm a tall, tubby one at this point. I got COVID as an excuse for the last 3 years.
On that COVID crunch.
Yeah, or lack thereof.
Lack thereof. Nick, so you pretty seem locked in with the hobby longevity wise. I mean, obviously you're every year is getting better for you and whatnot. Yeah. What big changes have you seen recently in the hobby?
I think the ballpark, the pricing of the market is high right now. Yeah, I think the snakes are pretty expensive. There's a lot of value, a lot of projects holding their price, for extended periods of time. Where I felt like the market when I first got in was a lot more volatile. I feel like it's a lot more steady, and people are getting decent money for quality animals.
Yeah.
I just like before, a lot of people jump in and jump out. There's a lot of that. I think there's a lot more disgruntled people now because of newer people jumping in and doing well.
Yes.
Information's readily available. And so a lot of the people that took a lot of licks are upset that people are jumping in right away, doing well, and kind of leapfrogging them. Maybe they're better at social media. And so for that reason, they, do really well. And I think there's a lot of grumpy people right now, but everybody like Jesus, look at what just happened to Miguel.
With what?
They had like a whole chat about his pockets. Got grown men worried about other man's pockets.
About the whole donating more thing?
No, they were like going in on like he just bought his way in. He has no experience.
Oh God.
Oh,
yeah.
They had a whole big like email chain, and he screenshot it. And Bob Booth since then has made a meme.
Yeah, I know. But dude, if you honestly, bro, if you look to see who's in that group chat, like literally they're all gone. They diminished.
Yeah.
Not a lot of them are here anymore. And if they are here, they're really irrelevant. They're not even fucking.
No, this just happened.
What? I thought this was the shit that happened like 2 years ago.
This is a new one. A new one just happened.
How long ago did this happen?
Like this week.
Oh my Lanta.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah.
Crazy. Motherfuckers are still hating on this motherfucker's pockets?
Yep.
Jesus. Now I really wish I came into this with money. I would have really pissed people off. Fucking people need to go fuck themselves. That's just so.
Dude,
get the fuck.
There's a lot of people that have a hard time being grown.
What's crazy is, man, as much as I love meeting the people that that we're meeting, there's also some fucking childish fucking weirdos in this hobby, dude. Like straight weirdos, bro. Like I'm talking weird motherfuckers, and these are weird people who rarely show their face, rarely do anything to show who they are, but they have the biggest fucking mouths in the world. And I'm talking about Facebook. More importantly, Facebook is the fucking king of this shit. Oh my God, there's fucking people out there that I just want to fuck. I pray to God I can find out who they are someday, and just so I could just talk to them. I just want to talk to them, and I just want to fucking be like, yo, I just get the troll. It's funny how they call him a troll, because where do trolls live? Under a bridge. Like trolls are fucking like, and they go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why they're trolls. That's what a fucking troll is.
No, my favorite MJ line in Arlington was, "Nah, I don't follow people." Some person came up and was like, hey, I followed you. Why didn't you follow me back? And you're all, no, I don't follow people, bro. Oh, I was dying. I couldn't. Oh.
I don't, bro. I just don't. Like, I just listen, because there's so many things. Like, I'm not a perfect person, man. I'm trying to become better. And, you know, obviously this hobby has done a lot for me to where I want to become a better person. But the more I follow random people and see annoying shit, the more angrier I get. I don't want to be an angry person. I want to be a happier person. So if I'm not following you, it's just because I don't follow your shit. I don't feel your shit. Your shit does not get my interest. Dude, there's people I looked up to in life that I don't follow their account because they're fucking annoying now. Like, there's just like, it's just not my thing, you know? Dude, there's family members who fucking, I don't even follow some family members. They're just not my thing. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and I love them to death. I'll go visit them. I'll hug them. I'll kiss them. But I don't like, I'm in my world. You know what I mean? Instagram is my world. That's where I fucking have the people I market with. Like, you know what I mean? My DM, I try to keep my DM full of people that I talk to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about, like, you know, and then that's why I'm so happy I found out about the general. Like, there's general and there's like primary, like, files for And Jesus Christ, I just put, because there's so many people that just hit you up and you don't really have the time to, you know, answer their question or, hey, ID their fucking snake form, which I'm not a fucking ID doctor. You know what I mean? But I just swipe, put in general, swipe, put in general, swipe, put in general. Like, I don't, you know what I mean?
Brian Cusco and I have been friends for years, like years. And he just followed me today. So I guess I can retire.
Oh, Cusco just followed you?
Today.
Wow.
After years of friendship and hanging out, and he's been to my home.
Wow.
Yeah, followed me today.
But
so
listen,
I can retire.
I have blatantly gone out there and told everyone, and I just did right now, why I follow. Honestly, let's be honest. There's a moment where I started following a lot more people, and then it just wasn't working for me. So I just happened to stop around the number 420. So I was like, that's my excuse. I'm going to fucking stop at 420. Meaning I could go under 420. I could be, I've hit 420. I don't know. I'm at 418 right now. There's room for 2. But listen, things happen like this. You feel me? I will fucking unfollow you really fast. I try to keep things relevant. Things that make me happy. Things that make me, that's a refreshing idea. Oh, that's motivating. Holy shit, look at this. That's what I do. Hey, listen, if that day comes where I get over 421 followers, it's going to happen. So far, it just hasn't happened. I don't know.
Have need to.
No need to.
Anytime you got to add one, somebody's got to go.
No, hey, I will be honest, though. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes I'll notice I'm following something, and I'm like, what is this? It's some random ass thing, and I'm like, I never in my life followed this fucking person. And I'll catch a couple of those every now and then. And so that's why I will tell you honestly, that's why I go from 420 to 417 sometimes, because I caught somebody who got through who broke through the wall somehow, and you know, they broke through the force fields and they somehow conned their way in.
Not cool, bro.
Not cool.
Not cool.
But yeah, man, listen, all I know, Nick, is I'm so excited that you and I are in the same position and same page with the hobby, as far as like we're transitioning in the direction where we're transitioning into. We're marketing, we're meeting people. You're fucking getting snake spot off from Aussie Boyds, which is just amazing. There's just so many good things happening on your end, Nick, and I'm super fucking proud of you, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
It's been an amazing hour and a half, bro. I have to say, and I knew this was going to be a good episode for sure. But you know, we ain't ending nothing until the hot seat questions come out, brah. Hot seat question time for my boy Nick. You know how these work, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. So we got these hot seat questions. I'm gonna come at you hot. Are you ready?
Used to it.
All right, here we go. Frozen thought or live?
Live.
8 cutter or no cutter?
Cut all day.
Big flexor or no flexor?
Tall flex.
Tall flex, which is big. Okay. So baseball or football?
Football.
Steak or fish?
Steak.
Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac.
West Coast rap or East Coast rap?
West Coast all day. West Coast, best coast.
There you go. Little word association. First thing to come to mind. Milk.
Cookies.
Cocoa.
Blocks.
Stuck shed.
Soak 'em.
Eye cap.
Soak 'em.
Vermiculite.
Organic.
There you
Facts.
go.
Big facts.
Yeah. Egg box.
Sterilite.
All right. Sterilite. Perfect. True. Or sim container.
Sim container.
There you go. Instagram trolls.
Add them to the list.
Absolutely. One has to go. Instagram or Facebook.
Facebook.
That's it. Boom. I agree with you 110%, man.
There we go.
It's been an amazing time, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Before you do go, you had a lot of people in the building, a lot of people supporting you, man. What do you got to say to all your supporters out there?
Man, 2020 was a hard year, but it was a great year for a lot of ball python people. It was a great year for me, and most of that was due to all the love and support that I've gotten from the hobby. So I truly appreciate all of it, and I truly appreciate you bringing me on. And looks like we're going to be shipping you some renowned reptile stock.
Oh my God! Yeah, I can't believe we just agreed on that. That wasn't just that's not clout. That's not cap, right? You really mean that? Ooh. I felt the moisture on that. All right, reptiles, everyone. Fucking Nick, thank you, man. We'll be in touch. I'll be talking to you soon. And round 2, definitely, we'll make it happen.
Let's do it.
Later, Nick.
Peace.
Man, Nick, good guy, man. Fucking nice, super lovable, dapper. Always presents himself great. But when you meet him in person, it's amazing. I'm telling you right now. That's why you got to get out to these shows. You know, you get to meet people like Nick, and then the crew he rolls with. Very, very choice, very player. Thank you so much for everyone who tapped in. I really, really appreciate it. This has been a great night. Everyone who's fucking been supporting and being here for the guest, you know, because this is for the guest, man. It ain't for me, it's for the guest, man. So, and you know, honestly, you coming and listening to them means a lot, you know, because guess what? I want to share the knowledge. I want to share the love. I want to share everything I could possibly share with you guys, man. Sharing's caring, right? So that's what I want to do, man. If you're tuning into this and you've been tapped in for a while, man, and you have not subscribed, don't be hating. You better fucking subscribe, man. It ain't that hard. Bro, I've seen the numbers. They send me emails with analytics, statistics. I see how many people are watching who aren't subscribed. Come on. It's not asking for much. Hit the fucking subscribe button. Hit the like button. Beat the shit out of it for them. Just don't break your technology equipment. Like, don't break your electronics. But hit the like button. Just hit it. Drop a comment. Tune in for next week's Trap Talk with MJ. It's going to be hot. It's going to be fucking heavy. It's going to be a sick one. Not going to lie. It's going to be sick. I think the one after that's going to be sick too. I don't know, man. I can just tell you right now, this docket of fucking people I have coming on, 2021, coming in hot. I can tell you that much. But I appreciate everybody. Like I said, man, I can't stop saying how much I appreciate you guys, because without you guys, this shit just wouldn't be what it is, man. And yeah, man, you guys are awesome, man. Holidays are around the corner. Well, holidays are here, so get ready to rock and roll. Got some fucking sick ass Thanksgiving sessions about to come, Christmas sessions. You know what I mean? I'm bringing the heat non-stop, man. I do want to say one more time, man, very thankful for the new sponsor, Focus Habitats. Make sure you guys go check them out. www.focuscubehabitats.com. I'm excited to get my new enclosure and put my fucking northern emerald tree boa in there. Gorgeous United States captive born and bred 2016. I love keeping animals. I've just been a happy person. I've been so happy lately just because of fucking, like, you know, obviously I'm in a good position in life, but these fucking animals, man, they're just so much happiness, dude. I'm telling you, it's good things. And whoever kind of shares that with me, you know what I'm talking about. All right. So more animal talk next week. Like I said, tune in. And oh yeah, so next week's guest is